going to be some information given out on our ISO Techui. You guys, I have been taking Techui for months now. It's a meal replacement for me. So Sundiata is going to take tonight and go over this awesome product that so many people are seeing amazing results from. Sundiata is a naturopath. He's a cancer survivor. After being told that he only had a few months to live, he opted to heal himself naturally and been trained by a well-known doctor over the naturopathic community. Tonight, we're going to welcome our very own TLC Executive Director, Sundiata Ferguson. Sundiata, are you on the line?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right, awesome. Thank you for that awesome introduction. Appreciate you. 1 second here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get this thing rocking. And we are back. Another exciting Wednesday night here with you for our Total Life Changing product call. Man, I am so fired up right now, not only because of this information that we're about to share tonight, but also because I keep saying this, that our company is really heading to becoming the top or one of the top health and wellness companies. Now, I'm excited because every time I hear a testimony, and see, I'm doing this product call, because I want to give you guys some more information. I know information is the doorway to activity. You receive it, okay, it goes in, and it forms a consciousness, and then you take action. And so it's always exciting for me, okay, ladies and gentlemen, to bring this information. But I know for a fact that when TLC, brings out a product and anything new that we have coming, it's specifically and strategically designed to help people improve their health in a massive, massive way. And so I'm fired up. And I hope you guys can hear the excitement in my voice. Y'all can hear the smile on my face now. Another reason I'm excited is because my beautiful lady that just introduced me, her and I, we made a move, and we're setting up our office at the house now. So now on Wednesdays I don't have to leave the office to get home after we do this awesome call. And I'm sitting here in the office and I'm just looking. I'm looking actually. The first thing that's up is our desk and our computer, but also our library. And I'm just thinking, man, it's so amazing to just have information at your fingertips. And she's walking around. She just did the introduction, and she's walking around with that beautiful spot on her. So it's really exciting to spend some time with y'all. But guys, let's dive into this thing called Techui. When I was battling cancer, it's funny how everything in life becomes full circle, right? When I was battling cancer, one of the things that I had to do was go to, and some of y'all that have a Whole Foods close by, you know what I'm talking about. Go down to Whole Foods and get the wheatgrass shots every day. And then while I remember, and I'm just kind of sharing this story with y'all, and I remember when I was down there one day, I ran into this naturopath herself, and so I was telling her, she was saying, man, I see you here every morning, what are you doing? So I told her, I said, well, I told her what my health situation was, and then she said, you know what's really good? You should start using spirulina. And I said, okay, what is it? And she's like, man, it's one of the world's most powerful superfoods, and that was my first introduction to it. And then for me, I'm excited because, again, here I am full circle. I'm telling you all this from the standpoint of, she introduced me to it, and I started adding the spirulina to my green juices and all the other things I was doing. But what I'm saying to y'all tonight is this. We don't make any medical claims, but I want to share this information about what spirulina, Techui, what are some of the health benefits, what it can do, and maybe with that information you can make a decision where if you're not already on this product, you may want to add it. I mean, last week we had an amazing call about chaga, and we've already gone from, we talked about the T already, the NutriBurst, the NRG, And then we talked about chaga, okay? And now I'm saying to y'all, here's another powerful, powerful superfood that you can add. Ladies and gentlemen, you can never, ever, 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 ever have too much of the right nutrients in your body. And the more you give your body the right tools, okay, think about your body as a construction site. And on the construction site, if you have the right tools, then the building goes up and it stands up for a long, long time. But if you don't put the right tools, if you don't have the right tools, then you don't have the right construction, and things start falling apart. Okay, so let's talk about this spirulina. Now, first of all, let's do some myth busting. One of the things that I want y'all to understand is that spirulina is not actually a herb. It's actually, because sometimes it's misclassified because of its high level of potency and how many health benefits that it does actually have. What it actually is y'all ready for this? It's actually a bacteria that's one of the blue-green algae. Y'all hear me now? It's actually a bacteria, a good bacteria, that's one of the in the blue-green algae family. And so what happens is, now one thing you got to understand, when you hear the word superfood, basically your body can function normally off of just that particular superfood and water for at least about a month. Like, for those of you that go adventuring, I don't know if that's the case. If you might want to take about 4 or 5, 10 bottles of Techui. You can live off of Techui water for an extended period. That's what superfoods do. So let me talk to y'all. Now, those of you that have heard my call, y'all know I love this acronym called POWER. Matter of fact, that's Pam's nickname, POWER. But it was just one of the things that she had when we first met. But I know she's probably looking at me side-eyed for bringing that up. But let's talk about that, because we talked about it with the chaga, and we even talked about it a little bit when we did the tea. So for those of you that have never heard my call before, I want you to write these letters down, P-O-W-E-R. Okay, now, one of the things that you have to understand, okay, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to go through those, and I'll share with you how the body responds when spirulina is taken in. So the P in the POWER acronym, right? And y'all gonna hear this enough times. Some of y'all gonna be out there talking like, man, all you need to do is increase your power. People gonna be looking at you like, what are you talking about? So pH balancing, potential for hydrogen. Now we're not gonna go into the science and the chemistry, but basically, okay, your pH balance is the acid to alkaline ratio in your body, right? Now, how many of you have ever had, I want you to think about this, either you're financially able to have a pool in your backyard, or you had an aquarium of some sort in your house where your kid or you have fishes and things like that. Well, you notice that at some point the water gets dirty and murky. And then you have to go to the pet store you call the pool supply, the pool cleaning people. And then the pool guy, he comes out, and basically what he does is literally shocks the water with these drops. And it's the same thing for your fish bowl. You have to go to the pet store and you get these pH drops. And what the pH drops do is it pushes the acidic ratio of the water back to an alkaline state, so that the water is clean, all that nasty algae and stuff gets broken up, and now you see that the water is clean. Well, think about your body the same way. When it becomes too acidic, it creates an environment where bacteria, bad bacteria, parasites, and other disease can thrive. And because of that, it leads to a whole host of other health issues. But spirulina actually has been known, ladies and gentlemen, to improve the alkaline and pH balance in our system. As a matter of fact, one of the things that my the gentleman I was working with, he gave me this acid alkaline chart. And on the chart, it had a list of foods that you should eat on a daily basis that help alkalize your system. And would you believe, would you believe that spirulina was one of the foods on it? And for those of you that, we haven't been doing the Facebook Live and the Periscope lately. Actually, we're transitioning to where, and I want y'all to just take a note of this, we're actually going to be doing both the call and a webinar format as well. So stay tuned for that. That way you guys can see it, see me live, and y'all can get to see Pam's beautiful smiling face and all that good stuff. So as I was saying, the spirulina actually works really, really great in alkalizing the body. Now, what happens, and I'm going to go through the POWER acronym real quickly, and then I'm going to share with y'all some of the other benefits. So once you start alkalizing your system, it's very hard for parasites and dis-ease to thrive and survive in an alkaline environment. A lot of parasites can function in highly high extreme temperatures, but they can't function in an alkaline environment. Isn't that funny? They can't function in an alkaline environment. So then what happens now is your cells, as they start becoming cleaner and cleaner and cleaner, they start absorbing more oxygen. That's what the O is for. The more oxygen your body absorbs, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? The more energy you have. Most of us are tired just because we're oxygen deficient. Most of us are not able to fight off certain dis-ease because we're oxygen deficient. As a cancer, one of the things, I don't know if a lot of people understand this, but cancer cells, they have lost their ability to even use oxygen. And the unfortunate thing about cancer cells is this, ladies and gentlemen. Our body is designed to keep fighting for life. So that's why we create new cells and all this stuff. Well, the cancer cells, they're by their very nature, they're doing what our body was designed to do, which is replicate and survive. So once they've lost their ability to process oxygen, the cells that mutated, they've lost their ability to process oxygen. Now what's happening is they're seeking life. And the only way that life can continue is by rapid duplication. That's why you see some people who have cancer, you see, they find out and then within 2-3 months they're gone. But what's happening is that rapid reproduction of cells. The problem with that is that they're reproducing cells that are not using oxygen, and it's killing everything else. Just a little tidbit there. Well, one of the things that, remember I said that spirulina can be taken with water for 30 days and you can survive. Well, with that power formula, as your blood cells start becoming more oxygenated, do you guys understand that as you change your pH state, your body does not crave some of these junk foods? And one of these days, I'm actually going to have Pam on here sharing some real live testimonies that she's experienced with our products, because I want y'all to understand we're not here to sell you any fluff. We're not here to give you any hype. We're here to give you information that benefits you and your family. And so what happens is, as your taste buds change, as your acidic state changes, your body starts desiring healthier things. Matter of fact, you'll find that processed sugars that used to be really tasty, you can't consume them like you used to. Well, what happens is, as you're doing that, do y'all know and understand that Techui, is also a very, very, very powerful detox agent. Techui also helps with detoxing because of that alkaline environment that it creates. Now, unlike the tea and some of our other products, the Techui is more of a longer term, slower process. So it doesn't work as rapidly as the tea. But it still does that. And because it's doing that, guess what? Your body is going to actually ask for more water. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling y'all, just matter of fact, I would suggest if you can get in the habit of 5 minutes when you wake up first thing in the morning, deep breathing, oxygenation. 5 minutes when you lay down in bed. I know we lead these hectic lives, we don't even think about it. Deep breathing, oxygenation. Because if you're taking our products, you're already creating an alkaline environment, the Techui, the tea, the NutriBurst, all this stuff, and then you add this to it. Then you start increasing your water intake. Do y'all understand that 70% of all health issues could be reduced by over 50% if people just started drinking more water? Well, if I need to get everybody to start taking the Techui so that they can increase their water intake, well, that's what we're going to do. Okay, and then because you're creating an environment of alkalinity, so you're cleaning out the house, and usually when you clean out the house, what do? You throw out the trash, and that's the removal of waste. That's what the E in the power formula is for, excretion, but it's also for exercise and energy. Because what happens now? You start taking our products. Your internal environment is getting this beautiful shower every single day. You're feeling better. So now, okay, because that oxygenated cell is pushing all that waste out, it has to go somewhere. Now you're breathing deeply. Do you understand that deep breathing, when you exhale, you also remove toxins by exhaling? That carbon that you're releasing is toxic. Okay? And we talked about, cancer cells that have lost their ability to use oxygen. So now what is happening is your body needs to get rid of the waste. So here comes the detox side of things, where things are getting removed from your body. And again, because that is happening, your weight loss for some people just becomes a part of the gift that you receive when you remove all the waste material. So now you're you're using the restroom even more, all right, which is a plus. Now you've got more energy because you're deep breathing, you're drinking more water, you're feeling better, you don't have as much aches and pains as you used to, okay? And to be honest with you, Techui, by its very nature, actually improves the strength and the health of your bowels because of its detoxing agent and its clean. It's almost like a fiber that moves through you, cleaning up some of that gunk that's in there, okay? Cleaning up some of that gunk that's in there. And so now your pH balance is improving. You're moving away from that acidic state. Once you move away from that acidic state, you're absorbing more oxygen, you're taking in more water, you got more energy, you're excreting all that waste material. And lastly, the R in the power formula, the other things that happen, okay, guess what? The other things that happen help improve your sleep. I want y'all to understand that. It helps improve your sleeping. Now, here's something that I need y'all to understand. When you increase your power, right, based on the acronym I just gave y'all, one of the things that happens is your brain functions improve. Again, anytime you start oxygenating your system and more oxygen is being sent to your brain, again, and we talked about that when we talked about the NutriBurst. We talked about that with the NRG and the mental clarity. Well, Techui, Spirulina actually gives you a shot of that as well, because with the oxygenation increase, that increases oxygen to the brain. Oxygen to the brain improves brain function. Improved brain function leads to clarity, focus. Okay? As a matter of fact, there are studies that have shown that Techui is a big antidepressant. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go take Techui or give Techui to somebody that's depressed, but, do your research. Ask your doctor. Talk to them. Ask them some questions. There are studies, okay, that show Techui or Spirulina to be an antidepressant. Let's talk about some other things that spirulina does, which is what our chew is 100% made of. Okay? Now, modulation and regulation of the immune response. In other words, as your alkaline environment internally is increasing, your body's ability to fight off dis-ease, okay, and parasites also improves. So that means your immunity is improving. That's one. Okay? Secondly, do y'all understand that spirulina is very rich in vitamin A? What's vitamin A good for? Eye health. Yep. It's good for strengthening of the eyes. And remember, I talked to you guys before about the fact that processed sugars damage the nervous system. What sends messages from our brain to every part of our functioning body? It's our nervous system. So one of the reasons, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, you do some good cleansing with our tea, okay, and you start really taking in the nutrients in our products like our NutriBurst and all that stuff, and even, modify the amount of processed sugars that you take in, you will see a change in things like your eyesight, your hearing, okay? They will improve because a lot of times the things that have been labeled as dis-ease, when you look at it, a lot of the nerve damage that we suffer in our eyes with cataract and all these other crazy stuff is because of the processed sugars damaging the nerves that lead from the brain to these organs that send the messages. So if you damage the messaging, the delivery system, the output becomes damaged. Think about your computer. If the cables from your tower to your monitor is damaged or there's a kink, then the picture on the screen, the output gets damaged. Or you can't send messages to your printer. Well, now I guess with Wi-Fi you can, but you all understand what I mean, okay? So we talked about the power formula, the improvement of your immune function, your eye health. What about the fact that spirulina is an anti-inflammatory agent? Ladies and gentlemen, I can't begin to tell y'all how many diseases are related to inflammation. And again, inflammation is directly linked to all the impure processed foods that we eat, especially the processed sugars. Now, I want y'all to understand something. I had a lady that I was talking to earlier today, and she was telling me, but Sundiata, look, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I'm like, okay, great. But then our conversation took a left turn when I asked her, we were talking about where she gets her foods from, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so we got on the conversation of genetically modified foods. Okay, we talked about the seedless grapes and the seedless watermelons and things of that nature. And what I was explaining to her is this. Even if you're eating fruits and vegetables, but you're eating genetically modified foods, you're still not getting enough of the nutrients that you need. So you could be eating a lot of fruits and vegetables all day, but you're still not getting the nutrients because, again, it's been genetically modified. And ladies and gentlemen, I am challenging y'all. I'm calling on y'all to think about this logically. Okay, in nature, plants don't reproduce without the reproductive organs that they need. Hello, seeds. Seeds bring forth the fruit. So when you start having food that has no seed, that initially was created in nature with seed, and then man comes along and does this, you have to ask yourself, what am I really taking in? And because you're doing that, you're robbing yourself of the nutrients. That's why stuff like our Techui and which has this spirulina, et cetera, in it, is so powerful in bringing our body back to balance. Y'all also understand that spirulina, okay, is high in antioxidants. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know, this is not something new that y'all are hearing. Antioxidants are very important in fighting and keeping certain health problems at bay. Autoimmune issues, the cancers, problems with diabetes, blood pressure, all these things, okay, that have now become the norm that we have accepted. And that's why I love what we do with Total Life Changes. That's why I love the fact that we're bringing products to the marketplace and saying to people, hey, you don't have to accept that. Now, again, we're not making any medical claims because legally, y'all know the truth. I'm gonna hit y'all with something else on this tonight. Y'all know the truth. The pharmaceutical giants and the fast food industry, they don't want us to tell the truth. They don't want to educate people. They don't want people to have this information. And because they're in bed with the government, right? Let's talk about that. I mean, you have on one hand the government saying they're launching, and nothing against Mr. Obama, they're launching, these health campaigns across the country. But then they lay in bed with Monsanto, one of the largest GMO manufacturers in the world. Hello, him, clue. So the agenda still is, okay, to keep us enslaved by our foods. And here's the problem. You eat poor quality food, your body's going to deteriorate. As it deteriorates, now who do you run to? Your doctor. When you go to your doctor, what does your doctor do? He prescribes medicine, or as I like to call it, medicine. Because it really is insanity, some of the things that we put in our body and say it's helping us heal. Think about it. When was the last time you saw, right? Watch this. As a matter of fact, if you don't watch TV, I'll challenge you. Sit down and watch TV for about an hour. Look at every commercial with a medication in it. And tell me, man, you can call me, inbox me, tell me when you see a medication that does not have a side effect. And then go do your research. Look at our Total Life Changes products. And this is for some of the people that I know that are sneaking on the call, wanting to listen to hear what we got to say and to see if we're making any medical claims to do all that. No, this is just information. And then, okay, look at the ingredients in all of our Total Life Changes products, from our Techui to our tea. And then that's why I love the information age, because you can find side effects, if there are any, right out there on the internet. The problem is we are so inundated with the media that we're afraid to ask our doctors and question our doctors when they give us these medicines. But if I offer somebody a bottle of Techui as a meal replacement, they're like, what is that? What are they going to do to me? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. And everything I'm telling you, you can find it on the internet as well. But I hope that by sharing this information, it piques your interest enough that you add it to your regimen. Another thing that Techui does that's very important is it helps in the strengthening and building of muscle because it's very high in amino acids. As a matter of fact, Techui actually has a higher protein ratio per weight than your red steak, which when you consume your steak, you get your protein, as you say, your animal protein, but then you acidify your body with the meat that you're consuming. You're adding parasites to your system as well. Yep, if you're eating meat, you're getting parasites, whether you want to admit it or not. I'm not telling everybody that they got to become vegetarians. I'm just telling you that there's a cause and effect. There is a cause and effect. And so let's say you start taking out Techui. Let's say you're working out. You really don't even need to go buy some of these crazy protein shakes. Because you can add our Techui by itself. We started doing our chaga shots, and I gave you all a chaga regimen last week. You can do a Techui regimen. Just open the capsule, put some warm water in, bam, that's your protein delivery. You can do that after your workout. You can do it first thing in the morning as a meal replacement. Do y'all understand that Techui is so high in amino acids and protein that you literally feel full when you take it in the morning? And I know, I'm so thankful that Pam is who she is because I'm the wellness professional. So I'm always focused on making sure people get the information. And sometimes I don't even take care of me. So I'll get up in the morning, I'll maybe have a cup of coffee, have my NutriBurst, chaga, and some Techui, and then I'm filled. I won't eat until hey, what have you eaten? Have you eaten today? Oh, I need to go eat. So what I'm saying is that, ingesting the Techui actually helps, curb your appetite for some of the junk you're eating because it's so high in amino acids. Matter of fact, one of the things that Techui does, it also helps with an improvement of digestion because as it actually is, as it's alkalizing your system, your salivary glands actually detox as well. And that's why I said that your taste buds even start changing when you start removing toxins and start alkalizing your system. And when that starts happening, guess what? Some of that bad cholesterol that gets stuck to the lining of your arteries and all that stuff, y'all understand that Techui also helps clean that up, the spirulina. It also helps clean that up. Ladies, now this is something I want you to talk to your doctor about. But Techui, is a very high source of iron, which actually makes it, because the spirulina is very high in iron, actually makes it a very great product for pregnant women to use. Now, before you go out there and you say Sundiata, say, hey, all pregnant women should take this, you make sure that you also say that I also said confer with your doctor. We always say that. Before you take anything, confer with your doctor. I'm just telling y'all that because it's such a high source of iron, people with anemia. I know we had a running joke in one of our chats about you ladies that chew on ice because of that you need to have that ice feeling in your mouth because of that iron deficiency. Well, Techui helps with that. And it's so funny that we have two products that are high in iron, Techui and chaga. You take both, you just can't lose. Those of you that are dealing with people that tell you, well, I don't need to lose weight. I want to add some muscle. Here you go. Here you go. Here's your natural source of protein without all the acids, without all the poisonous fillers, without all the extra chemicals and hormones in the meat that they eat. Now you can give them a rich source of protein. Those of you ideals that are out there talking to trainers and athletes, if you got children that are athletes, they need to be taking this Techui. They need to be on this. Not only because it strengthens their immune system, but it improves overall athletic performance. As a matter of fact, ladies, here's another thing. Those of you that are going through that hormonal change, spirulina, again, and this goes back to the pH balancing, because everything starts there, because your pH regulates the electricity and the chemistry in your body. And then when all those things are imbalanced, your hormones react the way they're supposed to. They react the way they're supposed to. So when you're going through that menopausal time period, Techui can actually help make that transition a lot easier. And before I go any further, before I forget this, those of you that have not seen the flyer, but you're on there, maybe somebody sent you the number you invited. The replay number, if you want to go back and listen to the information, is 712-775-7039. Again, 712-775-7039. And the access code is the same as you dialed in, which is 729846 for the replay. And the replay is going to be up until we do the next recording next Wednesday. So again, so you're talking about improvement with your hormones during the menopause period. Ladies, it also helps with your PMS symptoms. Again, all stemming from alkalizing of the system, which, because it's such a powerful superfood, that total chemical change in your body has a lot of benefits. Now, we talked about the Italian amino acids for a little bit, and I want y'all to understand why that's important. As your body, as your body starts building and strengthening and repairing muscle, its only recourse is to burn fat, Its only recourse is to burn fat. Do you understand me? That's how your body gets fueled, as it builds muscle. When your body starts building and repairing muscle, for energy, it burns fat. That's one of the, if you notice, like when you see people that are losing weight and you start seeing their muscle tone change, especially if they're exercising, well, what's happening is because of their physical activity, as their muscle tone, their muscle strength and quality is improving and increasing, which one of the things that spirulina does is it does help with the building of lean, strong muscle. Then your body has no choice but to utilize, to burn fat for energy, to fuel those muscles, which is a good thing. So in getting ready to wrap this thing up tonight, I hope you guys are excited as I am. Another thing that spirulina is high in is some of the other vitamins. Vitamin B. And you guys already know, that vitamin B is a very powerful antioxidant agent. Well, what about omega-3s? That's important for overall health. And see, what I want y'all to understand is that, again, Total Life Changes is intentional in its desire for you to have a total life change, right? And by improving your health. And so when you add these products to your regimen, now, one person told me, well, so I'm drinking the tea, and I got the Nutriverse, and they told me they weren't doing the NRG anymore, but they wanted to add, chaga and whatnot. Is that too much? No, it will never be too much. As a matter of fact, it won't be too much, because think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Most of us on this call work around computers. In fact, I'm in an office sitting with a computer. Do you guys realize that every time you sit in front of a computer or any electronic device, your TV, your radio, your cell phone, your iPads, iPods, everything else, they're giving off electromagnetic waves. Those electromagnetic waves are poisonous and toxic to our system. Not on a large scale to where you'll just keel over and die, but it is toxic. And so every time that happens, your body's fighting. Ever notice that you've been sitting in a fully air-conditioned room and you're sweating? And I know that happens to pretty much everybody on this call. What's happening is that as those electromagnetic waves are hitting your body's natural response is to fight them off. So again, we have to consistently be in a state of detox, removing all these things from our system. That's another reason why you shouldn't have televisions in your bedroom. Because when you sleep, even though the TV is off, it's still giving off these electromagnetic waves. I know it's because it's convenient and you want to lay in bed and watch TV, but guess what's happening? When you do that, it's interrupting your body's natural circadian rhythm. So when you should be sleeping and rebuilding and revamping your system, your body instead has to be fighting off toxins because your TV is sending out electromagnetic waves while you sleep. That's another reason why we go to sleep and we wake up tired. So by taking in, stuff like our Techui and our chaga on a consistent basis, you're giving your body a better chance to keep fighting, because we all know the quality of our food is no longer what it used to be. So whereas you could eat a bunch of grapes to fight your allergies back in 1900 and get the nutrients you need, now you would probably like we say, our Nutriverse is the equivalent of 10 salads. Well, one salad from 1900 doesn't have the same nutritional quality as a salad today because the soil has been depleted. Our water supply is crazy. So we have to add these other tools. And one of the things that I love is that, these products that we're bringing have these what I call phytonutrients. And these phytonutrients were designed by God. I guess I would just put it this way. The Creator knew kind of what knuckleheads we would be and that we would consistently do things to harm ourselves. So the Creator created all these tools to give us a chance to fight back. I don't want to turn the call into a religious sermon, but it's just the reality. Whoever you believe the creative energy to be, understand it's no accident that we have plants that can help with every health condition. Yes, I said it. So all the things that they say we don't have a cure for, there's a solution in nature for it. Trust me on that. Now, I'm not advocating that you go tell everybody that because you might not be received in the best light, but there's a solution for it. So here's what I would do. So for those of you that missed the chaga regimen, we talked about, you order 2 bottles of chaga, right? And I'm giving y'all all of this. You order 2 bottles of chaga, and you start off week 1, you do 1 capsule twice a day. Then you go to week 2, 2 capsules twice a day. Week 3, 3 capsules twice a day. Week 4, 4 capsules twice a day. And then to finish it out, you do 3 capsules until the body's over. I'm talking about a total system engine overall. Now, those of you that are considering adding the Techui, if you're just adding the Techui for maintenance, 2 to 3 a day is fine. Those of you that want to use it as a meal replacement, I would replace breakfast with it. Maybe 3 to 6 capsules in the morning. Like I'm talking about giving your system a real shot of protein in the morning, because understand that that's what helps regulate your blood sugar throughout the day, and that regulation of your blood sugar will determine your energy output as you go through your day. That's why they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. If you do it right, your energy output throughout the day will be a little bit different. You won't be sluggish and dragging by the time 12 o'clock hits. You do it right. Those of you that are looking to add muscle, like in my case, I'm doing a little fat trimming here and there, and then it's time to, do a little bulking. So for me, in addition to my regular meal regimen, I will be adding, 3 to 6 capsules of the Techui, but I won't decrease what I'm eating. Okay, I'll just input a healthier source of protein to my regimen. So if you're looking to add muscle, you don't reduce what you're eating. If you're looking to lose weight with it, you just replace it. I would suggest you do breakfast. Replace breakfast with it. In terms of delivery, everybody's not designed and built to take capsules. So I would just do the easy thing. Just open the capsules, put it into warm water. Now, when you do it with warm water, your body absorbs it faster, better. So it's all part of the chemical electromagnetic transference of energy, why warm foods or warm things or warm drinks get absorbed faster than cold. So don't ask me why. That's just how the Creator designed it. Some things I don't try to always figure out the why. I just know that, hey, that's what happens. So you get a better absorption rate if it's warm. But if you're not already doing this, add this to your regimen. And then again, like I said, if you have children that are active, especially your teenagers, brain function, improvement of their cardiovascular system, add the Techui to their regimen. Okay, as a matter of fact, our children, the babies, all the way up, they should be on the Nutriverse. They should be on the chaga. I mean, a half a capsule of chaga into water. Have them slurp that down just to really clean out their internal environment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are we are killing our children, okay? And it's very possible that the next generation will not outlive us. So we got to fight back. And it's got to start with every one of us on this call tonight and the people that we come in contact with. So, you know, we have our tea. I mean, our tea can actually be given to babies, I would say at least two and up. And then if you're going to get, you know, I'm talking about a little, for the babies, you know, maybe a teaspoon. You don't have to give them 8 ounces. That makes a difference. You know, and again, we talked about the Nutriverse, the Chaga, the Techui. And we have, you know, we have the NRG. So now you're talking about you got a full arsenal to fight back with. So wherever you are, okay, the tea is the foundation. That's the main flagship in terms of the detox protocol. Because really, if you start with the tea, okay, the tea really opens up the pathway for your body to absorb the Nutriverse and the Chaga and the NRG and the Techui and the other product that we have, okay, to really create a healthy internal environment. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all as always, as I do. Man, I'm telling y'all, I'm really excited and happy to bring this information every single Wednesday night. I hope that if at least it's only one person that is blessed by this information, then it's well worth doing this every Wednesday night. Okay? And so next week, I think next week we're going to really have some fun because next week is Strike Up and Love. I know every time we talk about Strike Up and Love, when we do our wild parties, people get excited. But ladies and gentlemen, when I tell y'all that the Strike Up and Love, even that much more than just the sexual performance enhancement, y'all are going to be blown away by some of the things that them products that Strike Up and Love do. And I mean, I'm telling y'all, I already know that the Love is one of our top sellers. I wouldn't be surprised after y'all hear this information next week, everybody's run out and buy some Strike Up and Love. But with that, again, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Pam, for being my rib and doing that awesome introduction. I'm really excited about some of the other things that we're going to be doing here with Total Life Changes and these amazing products. We can't wait to really get on the road and start traveling and sharing more of this information in addition to having this call every Wednesday night. Those of you that chime in every Wednesday faithfully, I see some of the numbers on the console when they come up. They've actually become familiar now. And I know, like some of the people that call in early, I expect to hear them early every Wednesday, and it makes my heart sing when you guys call in because it says to me that you guys are appreciating the information and it makes it worth doing. So thank you so much. And of course, y'all know I got to, as always, unmute the line so we can all say goodnight. I love you guys. So don't forget, next Wednesday, Strike Up and Love. Invite your partners, invite your customers, invite your IBOs. We're going to have some fun, and I'm looking forward to sharing that information. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me stop the recording.
Goodbye.